From the hills of northwest Arkansas to the flatlands of the Delta, it's only 52 days till kickoff of high school football in Arkansas. This is Hometown Sports Volume 2, only on the Arkansas Sports Network. Hometown Sports Volume 2 is being brought to you by D3 Auto Sales. Lifted, leveled, and ready to roll. Drive different. By Tyson Foods. Passionate about food, committed to you, feeding the world like family. By Arkansas Tech University. Financial flexibility, academic excellence. Learn more, earn more. And by Metcalf Trucking Company. Arkansas trucking delivered reliably and with integrity.
All right, we're back here at Hometown Sports Media Day, Volume 2. Appreciate you joining us here. And I'm trying to order pizza real quick because we're a little bit hungry as we get going here today. Coach Phil Vega joining us here from Dardanelle, fighting traffic all the way from I-40. And let me see if I got my pizza ordered. Let's see if it'll –
be an iPhone.
It's that service that we get in here not doing too well. We'll update that in a minute. I-40 not too good to you coming down here, right?
Well, we got a little behind traffic and so forth, so we had to test the engine on the school vehicle a little bit.
You got here right on time, so you did something right. So your Dardanelle Sand Lizards. I don't know that this year's any different than most years where you have expectations. I know there's some people talking, though. Tell me if this is true or not, because I honestly don't know. But I heard you returned 91 of 99 touchdowns from last year. Is that right?
Yes, that number is very close to correct.
Okay, so you return a lot.
Yes, sir. At the skill position, we return a lot, and we lost 3 linemen that will definitely be big pieces to replace.
Well, and that's the question mark, I guess, coming in, and of course that's a big one when you're talking about offensive line. Tell us. I know your program, but if somebody didn't know your program, what would you tell them about your program when it comes to replacing that offensive line and the physicality that you teach?
Well, we build a blue collar mentality over there at Dardanelle, and it's the next up mentality as well as far as when it comes to replacing those guys. We had guys step up last year. We lost a starting guard week 5 to a torn ACL, and had a guy step in and replaced him, and it felt like we never lost a step and so forth. And we lose 3 linemen this year, both tackles and a center. Which we've replaced the center with a senior that was at guard last year for us, and then that guard that tore his ACL is back, and he's going to play one of the tackle spots. And then a young man, Gabe Burris, that only played on the O-line some in certain situations. He's our strongest kid on the football team. He will be the other tackle. So it does make him have to go both ways, and so we've got pieces there, but it does make us a lot thinner up front as far as the depth is concerned. Those guys will have a lot more guys going both ways on the offensive line and defensive line than we would like, but we also have a couple young guys that we feel like could step up and play some big roles for us on both sides of the ball as well.
You scored enough points last year to got some kids some playing time.
Oh, absolutely. We got a lot of kids playing time. I think we mercy ruled every team in our conference, and so we were able to get a lot of kids playing time, and that's huge, not just a Monday night, but on a Friday night under, in front of the bigger crowd and so forth, under the lights. It's a big deal for those guys to get reps.
Yep.
Yeah, it is, no doubt. I mean, that's it's different. You talk about practice and all those reps in practice. Those are great. When the lights are on, that's when it's different. You guys have been successful. And you guys got a good thing going over there. Y'all been running now for about 15 years. Well, longer than that, about 20 years, really. 20 years in running that y'all have been pretty successful, first or second in the conference most of the years. Last year, let's talk a little bit about it. You went to Elkins and got be
Our
pretty
teeth kicked
good.
in.
Yeah.
Got our teeth kicked in.
Go ahead and say it, right?
But by the end of the year, I mean, y'all took Arkadelphia down to the wire. I mean, you guys improved tremendously. What do you attribute that to?
We did. We improved immensely, and I felt like last year, beginning of the season, we had some question marks up front. We were able to move guys around. Of course, Elkins exploited every single question mark that we had. And like I said, they kicked their teeth in. And sometimes those beat downs are good for a football team. I think we thought we were a little bit better than we were, and so forth. And like I said, they exploited a lot of things. And we ended up getting back to work as a staff and as a team, and got back after it. And like I said, made some moves up front on the offensive line and so forth. And they ended up paying off for us. And heck, I felt like we got better every single week as the season went on. And I'd have loved an opportunity to play Elkins again. And so,
Well, you almost got it.
yeah, we almost did. We fought our little tails off against Arkadelphia and, gave them a really good football game.
That getting better every week is all you can ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. As a staff or a program, that's all you ask for each year.
I mean, you guys really did a good job over there. You always do a good job over there. I would say that if you weren't here or on TV. So I think you guys do an excellent job over there at Dardanelle. And speaking of that, you got to do an excellent job because you got some tough non-conference games coming up right off the bat, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you got Little Rock Hall. We go to Little Rock Hall, which is just a different place to play anyway. It's a huge stadium, and you dress in a daggum sweat box there and so forth. And anyway, I think they have the oldest turf in the state of Arkansas, and it's just a little different environment there. And then you go, and then we do have Elkins and Nashville at home. Which will be nice to have both of those teams at home. But both of those teams, I think, are definitely top 5 teams in the state of Arkansas. I mean, from the get-go, they're both very good. And
good programs.
Yeah, absolutely, very good programs. And then Nashville with new coach coming in and so forth, Chester, I think they're going to be a very good football team and better than they were last year.
Yeah, Chester's going to bring toughness to them, no doubt about that. That's going to be right off the bat for them. So yeah, I agree with you. I think they're going to be very improved. You guys went down there last year. Probably a key win of your season, though, was winning at Nashville. I assume that gave you some confidence to help you guys improve.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge momentum boost for us, especially after getting our teeth kicked in by Elkins and, going down to Nashville. And, heck, we talked about that on the way down here, on the ride here. We felt like that there at any time we could have mercy ruled Nashville. We had the ball up 21 and, end up turning it over, and they go down and hit a big bomb on us and so forth. And, and they've got a couple of those guys back that were their playmakers from last year. And, like I said, they're going to be a very good football team. Your
conference is on an upswing, in my opinion. I mean, Clinton, Mena both add a lot to that conference there. Lamar is always solid. Ozark and Pottsville as well right there, always solid. So, I mean, the conferences, I feel like the 4A4 conference doesn't get the credit, I think, that it deserves sometimes.
It's not as pretty, I guess, as some of the other conferences. There's not a lot of pass-oriented teams or teams that are in the spread. It's a little different brand of football. It's more smash-mouth football with the flex bone or the double wing, double slot, different things you see like that, where it's more run-oriented than, what the other teams across the state are doing. So it does make it different, and it's a good brand of football, and our conference is very physical, and I agree. It's Clinton, Ozark, Mena are going to be very good football teams this year.
Definitely tough teams right there. Ozark, new coach there with Watson bringing new energy. I've heard that Clinton feels like they have one of their best teams that they've ever had. Mena came in last year and really kind of took the conference by storm. I mean, outside of y'all, you guys set up. I think they were 9-0 coming into the game. So, I mean, that was a really heck of a matchup. You've got at Mena at the end of the year this year. So, anyway, that's going to be a fun matchup there. Anything you want to highlight about your team before we bring your 2 players in?
Just really excited about this team. The work ethic that they've put in, and it's easy to get complacent when you've won a lot of games or been successful, and this team is that's not been the case at all. I mean, they've worked extremely hard, and I feel like have even stepped up their game more and have worked harder in the off season and this summer. This is as far as summer workouts, I mean, it's been the best we've had in several years of kids showing up and just eager to get back at it and get back on the football field.
All right. Tell us who you got here with you today.
I got Coach Vega, our quarterback, and Peyton Davis. Peyton plays guard for us and defensive end, and then Creed's a quarterback and outside linebacker.
All right. Well, let's bring these guys in. Let's talk a little bit of football. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Everybody good? All right. Expectations at Dardanelle this year, right?
Yes, sir.
Look at him. He's smiling about it.
Nah, I feel like that I feel like we still have a lot to prove from last year just because, like, I feel like we sold ourselves short. So we beat ourselves. Like, Arkadelph's a great team and all that, and I know we put up a good game, but, like, take away that first quarter, and I really feel like we win the game. Like,
yeah.
I really feel like we beat ourselves and just a lot of little mistakes that we got to clean up for this year. And, I mean, I feel like if we clean them up, I mean, we should have a really great season and just do pretty good all around.
Like to add to that?
Yeah, 100%. I think we should win a state championship this year, and nothing
okay.
short of that acceptable, to be honest.
I like it. I like it. Well, hey, look, you got to have confidence coming into the year. And, I mean, somebody might grab a hold of that and say, well, hey, what about us? But, there's a lot of teams that feel like they're going to win the state championship before the season starts. I mean, that's one of the things that's good about this is the optimism. Nobody's lost a game yet. Nobody's had a missed assignment yet. Nobody's had any injuries yet. It's just everybody's excited about football right now. So that's the fun part of what this is. But we also know that there are teams that come through here that have better opportunities than others. I mean, that's just the way it is. We do feel like that you guys are right there. We feel like that y'all are one of them. As I talked about with Coach Vega, you know him.
Yes,
You know him a little bit.
No, pretty well.
You guys are returning 91 of 99 touchdowns on the year. I mean, that's something to hang your hat on right there.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about that experience returning? I know that there's some questions, and every football team has them. Every football team has questions that need to be answered. How do you feel like you're answering those questions in the off season right now?
I feel like we're trying to find just an identity up front. I mean, we don't have much depth, but I mean up front we're going to be pretty well. But I think that's what we're trying to figure out right now. Like who's going to step up and take the role as lead lineman and just be all around physical up front. I mean, if we can do that.
You?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we also need to just fill in some pieces up front, make sure that we get our depth figured out, and some young guys step up. I think we ought to be all right.
I mean, you guys play a good brand of football down there, and I mean, you never want to lean on the younger players, the youngest players on the team, the sophomores. But I also know that, you bring up good junior high players every year that come in and contribute. So we know that you're going to have some guys to lean on for sure. But you as a quarterback, what can you do to help your offensive line be better?
I really feel like I can help, just be more encouraging in a game. Like, when we played Elkins, don't like talking about that game, but, I mean, I'll be honest, I lost my cool kind of quick, and I feel like that really affected everyone else on the team, not just me. And I feel like that was something I learned throughout the season is to be more composed and hold my attitude and just be encouraging to them and just always let them know I got their back and everything.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, we have an obligation up front to, take care of him, obviously, and, he does everything he can, so we just got to do the same thing.
When I think about Dardanelle, I think about just a physical brand of football. I mean, you guys will throw the football some, but, I mean, you start on the ground first, and then you go through the air after that. Defensively, let's talk a little bit about defense here. What do you guys got coming back on the defensive side of the ball?
We got most of our secondary, but then our linebackers, and we lost two. I think just two D-line. He can talk about more about that, but I feel like linebacker, I mean, we're young there for sure. We have two guys that have a little bit of experience, not much, but I mean, they're both pretty physical guys, so I mean, I think we should be all right.
You go both ways?
Yes, sir.
I knew he did. What do you think about your defensive line?
Yeah, I love the guys on D-line. I think they're all really talented, really. We got me coming back, defensive end, and all we're really missing is Trey, who was all-state. He's a really good football player, and then another all-conference player at tackle. But, we got guys coming in. Another guy played a little defensive end last year. He's pretty talented too. And, we got a sophomore up. He's really good. I mean, he's a good football player. He's ready to play some tackle.
We interviewed Elkins yesterday. Did y'all see that?
Yes, sir, I seen it.
Oh, you saw it. Okay. All right. So I can't even play that joke on you because if you didn't see it, I was going to say that they said they were going to beat you 52-0 this year. I'm just kidding. They didn't. But, I look forward. You got 2 games there in the River Valley. In fact, I'm going to tell you right now, we'd like to be at one of them, Elkins or Nashville, either one, if we can make it happen. I'm just saying, let's put that on the calendar. We'd like to be at one of those games. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys this year. I know that there are good expectations there at Dardanelle. Last question for you before we get Little Rock Christian in here. It will be a successful season at Dardanelle if?
It'll be a successful season if I think we just as a team come together and really just stay focused on our own jobs, like individual jobs. Like he take care of what he's supposed to do, and then I take care of what I'm supposed to do. And if we can all do that as a team, I feel like we'll be really successful.
Okay.
100%. We starts better in football games, really, and we all play together as a team. Be more consistent, and we'll be all right.
All right. Dardanelle Sand Lizards coming in talking to us about their upcoming season, 4A4 conference. They are one of the favorites in the 4A this year, and we're looking forward to seeing what goes on at Dardanelle. We're going to take a